Jeep talking about chesting it out, like you go up to 200 meters, land, and then flip your switch. Why didn't I think of that? Because like the whole, like whenever I went and tested and shit like that and it wasn't working, I was like hovering up in the air and then flip switch and it just fucking fell and like fuck up props, shit like that.
Yep.
Nert doesn't do his by landing.
Nope.
Nobody does the whole thing by going like fly out and land and then nobody does that.
Yeah, 200 meters, just go out.
I shortened mine to...
The hard part is the landing because you're not disarmed, and so with air mode on, you have to like, sometimes it'll be you gotta wait until that stops, and then once that stops, then you just fucking hit your RTH switch, and it should just fucking take off the ground if it's all good, and it should come back. If not, it'll just fucking basically disarm and sit there. You know, so nothing will happen. Yeah. So anyway, pro tip, you guys, fucking watch your videos, learn what you're doing on fucking GPS and all that kind of stuff. But another fucking pro tip, pick up your goddamn fucking trash. Like,
don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Like, come on, you guys. Like, this is Agate Lake, you know, and yeah, usually like there's some trash and some stupid shit out here, but like, this is fucking bad. I mean, there could have been like a windstorm, you know, there's no fucking cover on the trash can, you know, that kind of stuff sucks. But,
it wasn't windy.
You know, Brian said it wasn't windy. So this is just fucking people being assholes and fucking throwing shit everywhere. So fucking pick up after yourselves. Fucking slobs. God damn it, man. We're trying to fucking enjoy nature. Like, these people are out here trying to walk their dogs and enjoy this place, and you come here and it's just a bunch of fucking trash. Fuck that shit, man. Be a good steward of this fucking planet. Anyway, on a positive note, fucking me and Bone are out at Agate Lake, and we're out to do some long range testing. You guys are in the Bandolero right now, and Brian's gonna go up and get a little freestyle pack in, break the ice. But kind of cool because Agate Lake has risen up quite a bit since the last time we were here. That little clump of logs and stuff over there, I actually fail-safed with the pickpocket because I was standing up and I went behind all of that shit with the pickpocket, and like there was fucking nothing but dirt there. So anyway, Bone's gonna lift off. I'm gonna eat a little bit of a snack, get ready for my flights. So Bone, have a good flight, and I'll catch you guys here in just a few when we take this one off. Peace.
Let it sit for any... Does it have to sit for a long time before it gets satellites?
Not a long time.
It should be R6. You have nothing. You have to flip the switch, right?
Yep.
R7. Yeah, your camera looks so much better than mine. You'll see, like
4 satellites.
4.
I just in a new location, so just gotta wait for a sec. 7. Locked in on 7.
Alright, you guys. I totally forgot to set up my other camera so that I could actually, you know, talk and let you guys know what I was doing on this flight. But here for a second, I'm just going to be kind of just cruising around just for a minute, just letting, you know, checking my home arrow and my GPS link and all of that kind of stuff, and just seeing how it cruises out in the open, since I only had tested it at my house, you know, just kind of vertical and then come back down the mountain, you know, a couple times. But just testing out video and everything like that. Just, you know, basic tests, control links, you know, making sure it's going left, making sure it's going right, cruising, throttle control, all that kind of stuff. And then what I'm going to do here in a little bit is I'm actually going to go fly 200 meters down the road, and I'm going to land on the road without disarming. So if you see some hopping, that's from the air mode that's engaged while I'm still there. And what I'll do at that point is I'll flip my return to home switch, and if everything is set up correctly, the quad should just lift right up off the ground and turn to the heading that it needs to come back to me. And I'm going to try that out here for the first time in just a little bit. Definitely one of the most nerve-wracking things I've done with the quad in the last little while. You know, giving up control of the quad and letting the flight controller and the automation that's supposed to happen actually happen is pretty freaking nerve-wracking, especially when you've seen videos where people just flip the switch and their quad just drops out of the air or whatever. So thankfully I'd watched a bunch of videos, and Bardwell had made this suggestion where you just go and you land without disarming, and then you go ahead and flip your switch, and it's a lot safer way to do that so that you're not, you know, trashing your props and all that kind of stuff. So here's the road that I'm going to try this on, and I'm going to fly down 200 meters, and you might see me bobble back and forth just a little bit as I'm trying to land, and that's just me getting the correct meters on there, since for beta flight you've got to be outside 200 meters. I mean, you can set that lower, but just for safety's sake, and you know, it's a long range rig, so I'll generally be over 200 meters away from myself as I'm flying this rig. So going ahead and getting all set up right here to try out the return to home for the very first time. Super nervous. Brian was sitting here with me, you know, we were just keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that it would work this first time, you know, and not mess up. So here we go. I'm gonna let you guys see the results as I land and flip that return to home switch. And at this point, I was really freaked out because I didn't know if it was just ascending crazy, if it was not doing what it was supposed to. It gently kind of started following where it was supposed to, but I don't think I had actually let it set for long enough in a new location to get my correct home location. So what I did here is I took back over, and I'm going to fly back. I'm going to land, disarm, and then arm, and then that'll let the GPS and the flight controller know that this is the home location, you know, and this is the directions that I'm heading for its return to home function to actually work properly. So here I'm going to land, disarm, rearm, and then fly back down the road. So there we go, just a real quick process, just making sure that that GPS registered where the home position was and that it was locked in. I made sure there was a couple extra satellites that were locked in with this BN880 GPS that I've got. I'm getting incredible GPS links, and I think I had up to 18 satellites at one point after my second flight here, which was just crazy if you think about the amount of satellites that is, you know, going around the Earth, and your quad is talking to, you know, 18 different satellites and recognizing them, you know. So here we go for the second time, and you know, this time I was a little bit less nervous. I at least knew it was gonna, you know, try and shoot up off the ground and, you know, kind of return to home. So this was the first real good test, and you can see it lifted off properly, went to the correct altitude, and then gently started to cruise over to the right a little bit, and you can see me down there on the right hand side, you know. So this would be a completely acceptable distance to then, you know, take control again and go ahead and land it. So with return home functions working, it's going to give me a hell of a lot more confidence in this rig, you know, and being able to fly it. So, you know, third time's the charm. I just wanted to go out there one more time, you know, and just make sure that everything was working correctly, and that it, you know, let the automation work for just a minute longer before I took control. So here we go. You're going to see the results of that here in just a minute. And I gotta say, this rig is flying extremely well for a stock beta flight tune right now. I've got maybe a little bit of I-term and a little bit of P-term to raise, you know, and lower just a little bit, since it is a 7-inch rig, and then I'll probably have to, you know, raise or lower my D gains depending on what batteries I'm going to be throwing on there. If I'm going to do some lithium ions, they're a little bit heavier, I might have to raise up my D gain just a little bit for that. But here we go, the return home test third time, and you can see that this time I didn't face it back towards me, you know, quite as much. I wanted to get that dramatic direction change, you know, just to make sure that it was going home. And you can see it clearly here, already starting its descending pattern, and then I took control, and everything was working just absolutely awesome. So this was really cool for the first time out of the box for a GPS to be working and functioning the way that it was supposed to, after watching all these videos of, you know, NERC and some of these other people really having issues with their GPSs and having them, you know, fall out of the ground, or fall out of the air onto the ground and stuff. So kind of a victory lap here. I was just kind of, you know, ready to cruise after testing that. My heart was thumping pretty good, so figured I'd just go out for a nice little 7-inch cruise, you know, across and come back, just kind of settle the nerves before I landed. But that's about it, you guys. Just enjoy the rest of this, and I'll post up some more footage here real soon of me doing some longer missions and really kind of pushing this rig for what it's meant for. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to let the hi-as from the GoPro talk to you guys now. Love you guys. Peace out.
Woo! Fuck, I think that was more exhilarating for me.
Hell yeah, you guys. Fucking GPS, fucking return to home, fucking works. Holy shit, that's fucking nerve-wracking, but thankfully I watched a couple of videos and learned how to do it without, you know, hovering in the air and crashing down to the ground and that kind of shit. So let me get my beeper here. Boom, sweet. I am so fucking stoked about that shit. My motors are ice fucking cold. You know, Brian and I noticed a little bit of eye bobble, you know, and just need to do a little bit of turning, but it's basically on fucking stock, fucking Betaflight, whatever. I'll put it up in the fucking corner, whatever it is, but fucking flying good, fucking return to home actually fucking working. I'm so fucking stoked about that shit. Ha! Fuck yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna smoke a joint now, calm down a little bit, and let Brian get out of pack. So, you guys, fuck yes.